Good afternoon, students. Am I audible? Good afternoon, students. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us start with the today's class. So in the last lecture, we started with the bit by bit syllabus of the chapter. So let us revise what we have studied into the last lecture. So in the last lecture, we studied about the concept of data science. So data science, it means that here we are processing a large amount of data to extract some features, to extract some patterns, or recognize some models, or recognize some pattern, rule, fact, etc. So this is required in order to growth of the enterprise, because this will help us to know the market strategies, and also will be able to give the analysis about how the customers are reacting to the product or to any other thing, etc. So whatever enterprise we are having, so here data science, it means that whatever the large amount of data I'm having, that we are using in order to expand our business in the future. So for the future growth, we are analyzing the existing data. So this data may be in any type of the format. So 3 to 4 definitions of the data science we have seen. And next we started with the traits of big data. So it means that how the data is getting generated. So as we know that we are using social medias, we are using online shopping modules, etc. Are you guys facing any noise problem? Am I clearly audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the big data, we are handling with the, it means in which way we can say that the existing data is big data. So within that, we started with the unstructured, structured, and semi-structured data. So unstructured data, it means that any type of data I can have. So just like comments in the any Facebook post or any social media post, any type of data, just like I can have, if I'm asking the question, answer the question. So it means that this is open-ended question. I cannot have a single answer for that question. So it means that there is no format. Some may try to explain by using some words. Some may try to draw some figure, or some may try explain with some existing model, etc. So it means that here I cannot restrict that you should answer me in this format only. So here, if my data doesn't have a fixed structure, then I can say that my data is unstructured. So just like the any chatting windows or any chatting applications or any social media, we can say that we are applying, we are writing comments in text. We are giving the response in terms of some emojis, some GIFs, or some audio or video. So it means that there is no fixed format. And any type of language I can use. I can use Marathi, Hindi, or English, or I can type in Marathi words into English. It means there is no any restriction. But whereas if I talk about the structured data requires the fixed formatting of a data. So within that, if I'm collecting data in terms of some forms, so there it takes data in a structured format, just like instead of phone number, if I'm asking it to pass the phone number, you cannot write their alphabets. It will not accept the data. So it will accept only series of digits only. So it means that here what data to be given, that is fixed, and structure or nature of data is also fixed, and that's why that type of data is called as a structured. Whereas semi-structured, this is a combination of structured and unstructured data, where I'm taking data from in the structured format, but that structure may change from thing to thing or person to person or any type of entity for which I'm taking the data. That structure might get changed, and that's why this is called as a semi-structure, where XML language is mostly used. Okay, so these up to this points we have learned. So this is one of the definitions, data science definitions. So we will let us read the definition for a minute. Data science is the field that helps in extracting meaningful insights from data using programming skills, domain knowledge, and mathematical and statistical knowledge. So it helps to analyze the raw data and find the hidden patterns. So here we are finding the existing hidden pattern from the information. So there are many more definitions are there. So then we have seen the process, that is discovery, preparing the data, modeling, model planning, model building, operation, communication, results, and discovery. And this cycle goes on. So then we started with the traits of big data. So big data, the large volume of data, then I can say that is a big data. So big data, I can say that large volume of data turns into big data when the existing traditional systems cannot process that data. So if I uh, decided that I will use only DBMS to solve my existing or categorize my data or analyze my data, that is not possible because DBMS accepts data in fixed format. So which is one of the traditional patterns. Again, storing data in terms of spreadsheets or Word file. So these are accepting data in terms of fixed definitions. That's why big data is a large amount of data which cannot be processed by the traditional processing uh, phases. So we move to the big data. So these are the three types and definitions. And then let us start with these are the few of the examples of the big data, that is any stock market or any social media or airlines, wherever reservations are there. So here it means uh, this data also grows exponentially when it comes to the time, etc., where we need to keep details of every second. So that's why here data may grow exponentially in terms of jet engines, etc. So again, so let us see what are the characteristics of the big data. So it means when I can say that that data is big, or any kind of data is a big data. So these are defined by the 4 V's. So usually it means different sources gives a different V's. Some may ignore this variability, only give volume, variety, and velocity. And some may add a value to the existing 4 V's, that is fifth V as a value. So let us take this as the most referred by the multiple sources. That's why I taken the 4 V's. So big data can be referred or characteristics by the 4 V's. So let us see what is meant by volume. So volume, I can see that the large amount of data, it means enormous. Here I cannot measure data in terms of our existing KB, MB, etc. So here volume, it means that this is the size, the large size of data I can say. So the name, that is a big data itself is related to size, which is enormous, and the size of data plays very crucial role in determining the value of a data. It means uh, here volume, I can say that this is a large data. So whether a particular data can actually be considered as big data or not, that is dependent upon the volume of the data. Then next, variety. Variety, it means that not a fixed format of data or not homogeneous data. So variety refers to heterogeneous sources and nature of data, both structured and unstructured. So during the earlier days, so wherever we are using only spreadsheets and databases only to have source of data in applications mostly. So now we are having much more type of the data, just like emails are there, photos are there, videos, monitoring devices, or PDFs or audios. Here, I cannot say again, in the videos, I am having multiple types of the videos. Okay. So just it means MP4 are there, some dot with other extensions are also there, WebM, etc. So it means that I cannot have same type of data. In this also, again, the categories might change. So here, for this, again, for this, it means this type of data we are having for the analysis. That's why variety, this is one of the also characteristics of the big data. So if we are having variety of data, we cannot use the same structure or same way for the processing. Okay. So here, this variety of unstructured data poses certain issues for the storage, mining, and analysis of data. Then next, a velocity. Velocity, this it means that a speed with direction. So velocity means that the speed with which data is generated. So the term velocity refers to a speed of generation of data, how fast the data is generated and processed to meet the demands. Okay, determines the real potential in the data. So some data might be get generated after, it means with respect to the time data may get generated. For example, if I'm talking about airlines, the previous example in terms of big data, here I can say that a single jet engine can generate 10 plus terabytes of data in 30 minutes. Okay, it means that this 30 minutes goes on. Right now I'm having 10 plus terabytes within the first 30 minutes, then next 30 minutes, etc. So it means that with many thousand flights per day, generation of data reaches up to many petabytes. Okay, 2 raised to 50 bytes of data is produced by this jet engine. So here I can say that this is quite large velocity of data production. So those categories or those data which are based on the time, okay, those increase with the time. For example, any observation is there, any experimentation is there, where as the time proceeds, some components may get changed, different stages might involve. So here, a time-based data, wherever there is a, so velocity of generation of that data is much more. Okay, so big data velocity deals with speed at which data flows in from sources like business processes, application logs, networks, and social media sites or sensors for mobile devices, etc. The flow of data is massive and continuous. So, for example, previously, if we consider the scenario before the few years, it means let us take 2 to 3 years. Before that, online transactions was a very rare part was there. Yes, even though that facility was there, but still that was a rarely used way to make the payments. But now we can say that every now and then, at least if we consider a single person might go for 3 to 4 transactions per day. So it means this is an online transaction. It means that again the transactions will be added to the database source, and hence this transaction is again one of the data source generation. Okay, a data generation source. Okay, so here it means that if the amount is, it means per day, if transactions are increasing, these are the part of the business process wherever we are performing some exchange or some buying the goods, etc. So it means that again this data will be added. So it means the data is growing with respect to the time. And next, variability. So variability, it means that this refers to the inconsistency which can be shown by the data at any time, at times. So thus hampering the process of being able to handle and manage data effectively. So variability means that my data may not remain consistent. That is, for example, today I taken the analysis that I have performed or 10 transactions are executed. Tomorrow also I happen to see that 10 transactions are there. But if consider some another day, very few transactions are there. So it means that I cannot guarantee that the same consistency of my data generation will be there. So variability of the speed can be also there. Okay, so these are the 4 V's. Mostly for first 3 are only used: volume, size of data, variety, different types of data, and velocity with which the data is generated. So mostly these first 3 V's are the main characteristics of the big data. What can be the advantages of big data processing? So businesses can utilize outside intelligence to while taking the decisions, that business decisions, if you are taking that, some analysis is done on the big data, that is based on the big V, that volume is this type of data is generated, variety is more, or velocity is also there, then which business decisions we can take for the uh, more marketing or more publicity, etc. Then, but this may result into improved customer services, that the age of the transaction or age of the use or age of the what you can say, customer services can be there. So then early identification of the risk to the product or service, this may be realized, or better operational efficiency can be there. So if consider BI processing or म्हणजे पुढच्या ज्या काही रिस्क आहेत त्या मला आताच कळू शकतात की बाबा माझा डेटा असा असा प्रोड्यूस होतोय त्याच्यातून असं कन्क्लुजन निघतंय मग ते मला अर्ली स्टेजला कळेल की बाबा माझी रिस्क म्हणजे माझ्या प्रोडक्टच्या बाबतीत रिस्क काय असू शकते. इफ कन्सिडर few of the items are sold, then I'm receiving some comments, then based on that मला कळेल की बाबा म्हणजे कमेंटच्या बेसिसवर मला कळेल की बाबा माझ्या कस्टमरला काय हवंय किंवा माझ्या XYZ प्रोडक्ट मधलं कस्टमरला कुठलं म्हणजे कुठली सर्व्हिस जास्त चांगली वाटली किंवा कुठलं फीचर जास्त आवडलं. So it means that here based on the comments we can go for improving our service. आणि समजा की बाबा मला कळालं की असं माझ्या मार्केटच्या खूप खराब रिव्ह्यू येतात, माझ्या प्रोडक्टच्या खूप खराब रिव्ह्यू येतात, मग मी म्हणजे समजा पहिल्यांदा फर्स्ट बॅच मी 10,000 प्रोडक्ट्सची काढली, त्याच्या बेसिसवर मला कळालं की बाबा कमेंटच्या बेसिसवर कळालं की माझा हा प्रोडक्ट फेल जाऊ शकतो. ओके, निगेटिव्ह कमेंटच्या बेसिसवर. मग त्या केसमध्ये मी पुढचं प्रोडक्शन जी माझी पहिली बॅच 10,000 प्रोडक्ट्सची जी आहे त्याच्या पुढे मी नेक्स्ट माझं 20,000 घ्यायचं का नाही, दॅट आय कॅन डिसाइड. सो इट मीन्स दॅट द फर्दर रिस्क कॅन बी अवॉइडेड. म्हणजे कशामुळे माझी रिस्क कशामुळे माझा प्रोडक्ट जास्त लाईक केलं जाऊ शकत नाही, मग ते मी ऍट अर्ली स्टेजला डिटेक्ट करू शकते, इम्प्रूव्ह करू शकते आणि त्याच्यानुसार माझी नेक्स्ट बॅच प्रोडक्शन साठी अलाव करू शकते. सो हिअर दिस ऑल्सो अलाउज फॉर द बेटर ऑपरेशनल इफिशियन्सी. म्हणजे कळतं की बाबा आता जिथं आपण प्रोडक्शन म्हणतो तिथं प्रोडक्शनच्या वेळेस एक लिमिटेड मॅन पॉवर असते, बट सेम इफ आय एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द आउटसाइड ऑडियन्स और कस्टमर्स, त्या प्रत्येकाच्या सगळ्याच्या सगळ्या व्ह्यू मला कळू शकतात. मग त्यावेळेस मला कळू शकतं की माझ्या प्रोडक्ट मध्ये काय कमी जास्त आहे. ओके, सो दिस द ऍडव्हान्टेजेस ऑफ बिग डेटा प्रोसेसिंग. So, any doubt in the big data? Any doubt in the 4 V's? Any doubt in the advantages? Okay. So now let us go for the next point, that is web scraping. So before that, कंपनीज काय करतात की बाबा म्हणजे ज्यावेळेस लार्ज प्रोडक्शनला जातो मग कसं की आता फॉर एक्झाम्पल लेट अस टेक एन एक्झाम्पल ऑफ द अमेझॉन. ओके, तर अमेझॉनवर कसं की माझे खूप सारे प्रोडक्ट आहेत, अमेझॉन आहे, फ्लिपकार्ट आहे, स्नॅपडील आहे और एनी अदर शॉपिंग साईट्स आहेत. ओके, त्या शॉपिंग साईटमध्ये समजा अमेझॉनला स्वतःची पब्लिसिटी जास्त करायची. So what it will do? So it is having many range of the products. मग समजा अमेझॉन कडे बाबा माहिती नाही की बाबा माझ्याकडे अमेझॉनला माहिती की माझ्याकडे किती प्रोडक्ट आहेत, किती लाईनचे प्रोडक्ट आहेत किंवा कुठल्या कुठल्या कंपनीचे प्रोडक्ट आहेत, पण दुसऱ्या ज्या बाकीच्या कंपनीच्या ज्या बाकीच्या शॉपिंग साईट्स आहेत त्यांच्याकडे मला प्रोडक्टची रेंज किती आहे हे माहिती नाही. सो ओके, व्हॉट दोज विल डू, go to the official site of the those respective shopping sites and will take information about those products. ओके, म्हणजे असं नाही की ते बिझनेस लेवलला होतं, नाही, हे कस्टमर लेवलला. म्हणजे ते कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट देतात की बाबा मला स्नॅपडीलच्या ऑल ए टू झेड प्रोडक्ट विषयी माहिती हवी. म्हणजे एखादा प्रोडक्ट जर दोघांकडे अवेलेबल असेल तर त्याची प्राइस किती, त्याच्याकडे किती ऑप्शन्स मध्ये अवेलेबल आहे. फॉर एक्झाम्पल लेट अस टेक अ क्लोथिंग ब्रँड. क्लोथिंग मध्ये असेल तर समजा एकच माझ्याकडे जर तो पीस असेल तर तो माझ्याकडे किती कलर्स मध्ये अवेलेबल आहे, किती साइजेस मध्ये अवेलेबल आहे, तो दुसऱ्या साईटवर अशाच रेंज मध्ये अवेलेबल आहे का, प्राइस मध्ये किती मॅटर करतो. सो म्हणजे याच्यासाठी कसं आहे की जी काही माझी साईट आहे म्हणजे इंटरनेटवरचं जे इन्फॉर्मेशन आहे ती इन्फॉर्मेशन एक्स्ट्रॅक्ट केली जाते. सो वेब स्क्रॅपिंग इट मीन्स दॅट web scraping is an automatic method to obtain large amount of data from the website. Okay, वेबसाईट वरून लार्ज अमाऊंट ऑफ डेटा म्हणजे दुसऱ्या एका रिक्वायर्ड फॉर्मॅटमध्ये कसं की ज्यावेळेस मी एखाद्या वेबसाईटचं पेज ओपन करतो त्याच्यामुळे म्हणजे माझे टॅग्स असतात आणि टॅगमध्ये इमेजेस असतात, प्राइस असतात, त्याच्यापासून हायपर लिंक असतात, म्हणजे खूप सारं ह्याच्यामध्ये असतं की ज्याला मी समजा एखाद्या प्रोग्राम मध्ये टाकून प्रोसेसिंग नाही करू शकत. समजा मी जर म्हटलं की प्रोडक्ट्स अबोव द 250 म्हणजे ते सगळेचे सगळे मला पेज मध्ये एका लिस्ट मध्ये मला हव्या त्या फॉर्मॅट मध्ये दिसत नाही. सो इट मीन्स दॅट वेबसाईट वरचा डेटा जो आहे तो दुसरीकडे एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड फॉर्मॅट मध्ये घेतला जातो. सो दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ वेब स्क्रॅपिंग. वेब स्क्रॅपिंग म्हणजे web scraping is an automatic method to obtain large amount of data from the websites. वेबसाईट वरचा डेटा लार्ज अमाउंट मध्ये ऑप्टेन केला जातो. So most of the data is unstructured data in an HTML format, which is then converted into structured data in spreadsheet or database, so that it can be used in the various applications. Various applications मध्ये कसं की बाबा कंपॅरिझन येतं किंवा एक समरी येते की बाबा एवढे एवढे प्रोडक्ट आहेत, एवढा बिझनेस आहे, XYZ. इट मीन्स एनी टाइप ऑफ कन्क्लुजन इफ यू वॉन्टेड टू मेक और रेंज ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स किंवा XYZ. सो फक्त असं नाही की फक्त शॉपिंग साईट्सवरच असं लार्ज अमाऊंट ऑफ डेटा अवेलेबल आहे. जिथे जिथे कुठल्या कमेंट्स आहेत, कुठे कुठे रिव्ह्यूज आहेत, त्याच्या बेसिसवर सुद्धा हा डेटा म्हणजे तसा डेटा सुद्धा इथं वेब स्क्रॅपिंग मध्ये येऊ शकतो. बट द डिफरन्स इज दॅट वेब स्क्रॅपिंग हे एक आपलं it uses a tools to obtain data. Okay, so website वरचा डेटा here whatever the previous ways are there, big data म्हणजे कसं की हा डेटा जनरेट होतोय within the company itself. But when it comes to the web scraping, we are talking about the third party websites as well. म्हणजे असं नाही की फक्त माझ्याच साईटवरचा डेटा मी घेते. No, this may refer to the any source or any site based on the which I can access by using internet. तिथून मी हा डेटा जनरेट करते. Okay, in a structured format in terms of spreadsheet or database. Clear with the concept of web scraping? So let us see in much more detail. So web scraping is a term for various methods used to collect information from across the internet. म्हणजे मला इंटरनेट वरून ही इन्फॉर्मेशन ऍक्सेस केली जाते. सो इट मीन्स दॅट दिस information we are getting publicly without knowing the site owner that I'm taking the information. Okay, generally this is done with the software that simulates human web surfing to collect specified bits of information from website. म्हणजे हे इतक्या ऑटोमॅटिकली केलं जातं की जसं कोणी वेब सर्च करतोय की बाबा मी साईट ओपन करून शॉपिंग करतो, अशा बेसिसवर समजा मी साईट जर ओपन केली तर त्याच्या बेसिसवर म्हणजे साईट ओनरला कळत नाही की मी त्याच्या साईटवरून डेटा घेतलेला आहे. ओके, सिम्युलेट्स म्हणजे वेब सर्फिंग करूनच डेटा ऑप्टेन केला जातो. So those who use web scraping programs may be looking to collect certain data to sell to other users or to use for the promotional purpose on the site. म्हणजे हा डेटा जो काही आपण वेबसाईट वरून कलेक्ट केलेला आहे तो प्रमोशनल पर्पज साठी पण यूज केला जातो. जस्ट लाईक आता जस्ट म्हणलं की म्हणजे मी अमेझॉन काय करते की बाकी म्हणजे करत नाही. जस्ट एन एक्झाम्पल, it will collect data from the wide range of the products from the other sites and will go for the comparison and will give the conclusion that yes, Amazon is providing these many products, Snapdeal is providing these many products, and Flipkart is providing these many products. Then comparison of the prices, comparison of the range, etc. Range म्हणजे sizes, colors or combinations, etc. So it means that इथून घेतलेला डेटा हा यांच्या स्वतःच्या प्रमोशन साठी हा डेटा यूज केला जातो. This is web scraping आणि हे वेब स्क्रॅपिंग एका प्रोग्राम थ्रू होतं. So crawler etc. those programs which are used for the web scraping. So web scraping is also called as a web data extraction. So these are the different terms used for the web scraping, screen scraping or web harvesting. Okay, these three are the alternative words which are used instead of web scraping: web data extraction, screen scraping, and web harvesting. So this is also a part of data mining. Mining here, the word itself says that mining, it means that we are having a large amount of data, and from that mining it means that finding the pattern or finding the single piece of information or few pieces of the information. So just like we are having the term as a gold mining, where that person need to go for the acres of forest, and then he might get a few uh, grams of the gold. Okay, it means that searching the gold into the complete land is a difficult part. Similarly, here mining also means that we are having large amount of data, and from that we are looking for some particular information, and finding that particular information is a what is it, data mining. Okay, so web scraping is essentially a form of data mining. Items like weather reports, auction details, market pricing, or other list of the collected data can be sought in the web scraping efforts. Okay, so मग असा डेटा पण घेतला जाऊ शकतो. Okay, so then practice of web scraping has drawn a lot of controversy because the terms of the use for some website do not allow certain kind of data mining. Okay, so some sites doesn't allow this. So despite the legal challenges, web scraping promises to become a popular way of collecting information as these kind of aggregated data resources become more capable. So whatever the data we are collecting, so that can be used as it means a strong source for the data promotions. So any doubt in the web scraping? Please let me know. Okay. If no, then let us move to the last point of the chapter, that is analysis versus reporting. Okay, so analysis, it means that here analysis is type of some conclusions. Okay, reporting, it means that giving the existing facts. Facts, it means that just like I calculate the average result of the students, so that becomes a report. Report म्हणजे की समजा माझी एक टेस्ट झाली, टेस्ट झाली म्हणजे माझ्या सगळ्या स्टुडंटचे मार्क्स मी कलेक्ट केले आणि त्याच्यामधून कॅल्क्युलेट केले की बाबा किती जण अबोव 60 आहेत, किती जण अबोव 80 आहेत, हाऊ मेनी स्टुडंट्स आर पास फेल्ड एक्सेट्रा. म्हणजे तो रिपोर्ट झाला माझा. रिपोर्ट म्हणजे काय की एक्झिस्टिंग जे माझं आहे ते मी फॅक्ट करते. नेक्स्ट बिकम्स अ अनालिसिस. Analysis, it means that whatever the data we are having, from that we are drawing some conclusion की बाबा हा डेटा का आला. ओके, रिपोर्टिंग म्हणजे की डेटा काय आहे, what is the data, and analysis, it means that why that data is there. If consider I'm giving a data science examination, and within that out of 60 my 59 students got passed and one student get failed. Okay, and but whatever the 59 students have passed, all of them have scored out of 40 out of 70. Okay, it means few are there which who only crossed above 40, etc. Okay, so analysis, it means that I need to answer why that result got reduced, or why a particular student got failed, or why the result is below 640, etc. It means that analysis, it means that why this kind of result is there. So here neither we can apply any formula, neither we can perform any calculations. Okay, so but this is giving why this data, it means why this status of data is there. So let us see into the detail. So reporting, it means that the process of organizing data into informational summaries in order to monitor how different areas of business are performing. Okay, for example, म्हणजे बिझनेस माझा सध्या कसा परफॉर्म करतोय ते कॅल्क्युलेट करण्यासाठी मी रिपोर्टिंग करू शकते. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, इफ कन्सिडर आय एम गोइंग फॉर एनी task, within that task, if consider I decided for a function, that function's motto may be anything. So if consider promotion of any product, then because of which, if I'm talking about promotion, so within that, okay, forget about the promotion, consider that product we have manufacturing cost, that is this 2 lakhs is a manufacturing cost of the product, and what can be the price of the product, and consider that product got sold out, and then we get the 3 lakhs. So reporting it means that we are in profit of 1 lakh. So this is given by the report. Okay, but analysis, it means that here, if consider how this 3 lakh can be reached to the 4 lakhs. Okay, so analysis, it means that why these if consider some of the products are not purchased, or some of the products are unable, we are unable to sold, then analysis gives why this status is there. So analysis, the process of exploring data and reports. So here the term is that exploring data म्हणजे माझा existing fact जो आहे, existing जो status आहे तो दिला जातो. And reports म्हणजे 2 lakh मी इन्व्हेस्ट केले, मला 3 lakh मिळाले. So reports will be also part of analysis in order to extract meaningful insights. म्हणजे हे असं का झालं, which can be used to better understand and improve business performance. Yes, in the analysis, we are giving how our business can be grown or improved by using the existing data. म्हणजे बाबा की इथं मी स्टडी करेन की बाबा माझे कुठले कुठले कस्टमर्स होते, मग माझे नेक्स्ट ऑडियन्स कुठले असू शकतात, नेक्स्ट ऑडियन्स कुठले असू शकतात, की बाबा ते माझं प्रोडक्ट घेतीलच, मग मी प्रोडक्शनला नेक्स्ट जाऊ शकते का, किंवा माझे 200 प्रोडक्ट मी इथे विकले, माझे 300 प्रोडक्ट मी कुठे विकू शकते. मग ह्या एक्झिस्टिंग कस्टमर्स मध्ये मी चेक करणार की बाबा त्या एक्झिस्टिंग कस्टमरला माझ्या प्रोडक्टची गरज कशासाठी होती. सो एक्सप्लोरिंग डेटा, on that basis I decided that how I can grow my business. So reports, it means that if I will check whether consider that in this product, as this is a promotional product, so bargaining of the price is allowed. म्हणजे एखादी प्राइस जर समजा मी एखाद्या प्रोडक्टची प्राइस जर समजा 200 ठेवली, तर मग ती बार्गेनिंग करून 180 पर्यंत समजा येत असेल, आणि माझे जे 200 प्रोडक्ट विकलं त्याच्यामध्ये माझ्या मॅक्सिमम लोकांनी ते प्रोडक्ट 180 ला they have taken as purchased as 180 only. So then it means that here, in order to promote my much more uh, uh, sorry sell off my product, I will keep the nominal price, it means initial price as a 180 only, or I may decide to give the 170, etc. So it means that so that more and more customers can buy that product. So it means that here analysis, we are making that how we can increase our business or improve our business performance. So for this purpose the analysis is used. So that is difference between reporting and analysis. So reporting always gives in terms of facts, figures, etc. And analysis gives why those facts and figures are there. So let us revise the definition. The process of organizing data into informational summaries. Informational summaries, it means that माझ्याकडे सगळ्याच्या सगळ्या सेलचा डेटा तर आहे, पण त्याच्या समरी मध्ये, समरी म्हणजे हे एक ऍग्रिगेशन असतं व्हॅल्यूचं, की जिथे मी ठरवू शकते की बाबा माझी ऍव्हरेज कॉस्ट किती झाली, कस्टमर्स किती आहेत, प्रॉफिट किती आहे, एक्सेट्रा. So summaries in order to monitor how different areas of business are performing. And then analysis, the process of exploring data and reports in order to extract meaningful insights which can be used to better understand and improve business performance. So let us see what can be the steps into the report, generating the report. So take a minute and read this, then we'll go further. Report. So here I can say that a report is always a first step towards the analysis. Okay, so let us read the steps involved in the building a report. So first is that we need to identify a business need. Business need, it means that even though we are as a business or enterprise, so what can be the need for this business? So it means which can be my audience, why the product might be used, etc. So here it becomes a identifying the business need. That becomes the first part of the report. Then gathering and collecting the relevant data, that is what can be required for fulfilling this business need. Then translating the technical data. मग याच्यामध्ये खूप सारे येऊ शकतात की बाबा रॉ मटेरियल काय येऊ शकतं किंवा XYZ. समजा right now if we consider only about the software, okay, then in terms of software, which kind of software I need, then collecting and gathering the relevant data, माझ्या requirements काय असू शकतात, then converting those requirements into technical data, की म्हणजे बाबा या टर्मला मी हे म्हणू शकते, या टर्मला मी असं इम्प्लिमेंट करू शकते. So that becomes a translating the needs which are in the real life, those needs translating into a technical data. Technical data म्हणजे की बाबा असे असे माझ्या स्टेप्स होऊ शकतात त्याच्यात. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, I need a banking application to immediately transfer some funds from my cell phone to the other accounts. म्हणजे माझ्या सेल फोन वरून मी समजा एखादं ट्रान्झॅक्शन करू शकते, ही माझी बिझनेस नीड झाली. मग बिझनेस नीड जर झाली तर त्याच्यासाठी मला काय काय लागू शकतं की बाबा मोबाईल जर म्हणला तर माझा फक्त मोबाईल नंबर हा एकच माझ्याकडे ऍज अ इनपुट म्हणून असू शकतो. देन त्या मोबाईल भागात त्या मोबाईल नंबरवरून मी कुठला कुठला डेटा गॅदर करू शकते. सो आय कॅन नो what is Aadhaar number of that person to which as the mobile number is registered to the bank accounts. Then we can identify the background of that registered mobile number as well. It means the wherever it is linked, those data we need to gather. It means that data will be helpful to fulfill the need of a user that he can transfer the funds. Then translating the technical data. Translating the technical data, it means that if I'm accessing my IndusInd account, then through my cell phone, if I pass some manual details, then it should be able to access my account. Okay, so that need becomes my technical data. की म्हणजे माझा account number background ला access व्हायला पाहिजे. Understanding the data context, मग फक्त अकाउंट नंबर ऍक्सेस करून चालेल का मला? देन आय नीड टू ऑल्सो फाइंड आउट दॅट I need to check whether any it means in order to set password etc. Then I need to check whether what you can say debit card or ATM card is registered. Then if I wanted to pass information or I wanted to pass balance to some another phone number, मग कुठले कुठले फोन नंबर माझ्या त्या ऍपला कनेक्ट होऊ शकतात ते पण मला हवं की बाबा माझ्या गुगल पे जर असेल तर माझ्या गुगल पेला कुठले कुठले अजून अकाउंट लिंक्ड आहे. सो इट मीन्स दॅट म्हणजे असं नाही की फक्त मी एकच अकाउंट घेतलं एकाच म्हणजे युजर रजिस्टर केला. नो, हिअर आय नीड टू चेक म्हणजे माझा डेटा एक्सपान्शन कुठपर्यंत जाऊ शकतं. सो देन क्रिएटिंग रिपोर्टिंग डॅशबोर्ड. मग इथं माझ्या डॅशबोर्डला दिसेल की बाबा मी कुठल्या कुठल्या फॅसिलिटीज यूज करू शकते. So then that becomes my report. So enabling the real time reporting. Real time reporting म्हणजे मी लॉग इन केलं नाही केलं. So that becomes म्हणजे माझे actual account access व्हायला हवं. That becomes my real time reporting. Offer the ability to drill down into the reports. मग माझ्या रिपोर्ट्स मध्ये परत मला यायला हवं की बाबा मी पुन्हा कोणाला ट्रान्सफर केलंय, एक्झिस्टिंग बॅलन्स कुठला, हिस्ट्री काय. So it means that becomes my report. So report, it means that identifying the business need, माझी गरज काय आहे, माझ्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स काय असू शकतात, टेक्निकली मी कुठला कुठला म्हणजे टेक्निकल डिटेल्स माझे काय येऊ शकतात, डेटा कंटेक्स्ट कुठपर्यंत असू शकतं, डॅशबोर्डला माझ्या रिपोर्ट्सवर काय असू शकतं, रिअल टाइम मध्ये काय असू शकतं, आणि माझ्या रिपोर्ट जर जनरेट करायचं म्हणलं तर मग मी कुठल्या टाईपचे रिपोर्ट जनरेट करू शकते. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, how much balance I have transferred, or any transaction is getting failed, etc. So it means that this becomes my report building. Whereas when it comes to the analysis. So creating a data hypothesis. हायपोथेसिस म्हणजे इथं माझ्याकडे रिअल टाइम असू शकतं, पण मी एक सध्या गेस करते की बाबा माझ्या या ऍक्शन मुळे असं होत आहे. ओके, सो क्रिएटिंग अ डेटा हायपोथेसिस इट मीन्स दॅट let us take an example of what we can say. Hypothesis. Okay, let us take an example of the online shopping. मी शॉप ऑनलाईन साईट शॉपिंगचे ओनर आहे आणि मी एक हायपोथेसिस केलं की बाबा आता right now I will have the festival of Holi. So during the Holi, many people might buy colors. Okay, might buy colors. So creating a data hypothesis. मग मी इथं एक गेस केला. हायपोथेसिस म्हणजे कसं की हे रिअल टाइम नाही. हायपोथेसिस म्हणजे एक इमॅजिनेशन केलं की असं होऊ शकतं. म्हणजे माझे जेवढे रजिस्टर्ड कस्टमर आहेत ते सगळेच्या सगळेच बाय करतील असं होणार नाही. बट this might happen. So hypothesis it means that this is just an imagination. Gathering and transforming data. समजा सगळ्याच्या सगळ्या जणांनी जर डेटा मागितलं, सॉरी कलर्स बाय केले, तर मग माझ्याकडे तेवढे कलर्स अवेलेबिलिटी आहे का, मी वाईड रेंज ऑफ कलर्स माझ्या साईटवर अवेलेबल करून दिला आहे का योग्य, or whether it is having the appropriate price. So gathering and transforming a data. Gathering data it means that how much I need. Transforming data it means that even though if Holi is on 17th or 18th, so from for any order, if user is taking for a week, then up to which time I need to make this available on the site. असं नाही की माझी साईट आज अपलोड केली म्हणजे वर्षभर तीच साईट चालेल. नो, हिअर आय नीड टू गो फॉर कंटिन्युअस अपडेशन. I need to continuous updations like giving the offers, giving some coupons, or giving some facilities, introducing the new products. It means that this is continuous changeable. So transforming a data, it means that any user, if orders for a color, how much time it may take. So transforming data, it means that before that, I need to make this wide range of my products available on my site. So building analytical model to ingest डेटा, म्हणजे इथं मग मी अनालिटिकल मॉडेल बिल्ड करणार की बाबा माझा असं असं अनालिसिस आहे की बाबा एवढे कस्टमर्स मागवू शकतात, एवढा एवढा कलर लागेल, and these may order in between these range of the dates, and for this purpose we need to make this available. Okay, so building analytical models to ingest data, process it and offer insights. मग याच्या बेसिसवर मी असं करू शकते की बाबा हो, if consider normally in the manual shops wherever offline shopping is done, at this point if consider any color range gives them that is 100 grams of color can be made available to 20 rupees, and if consider we give the same offer at rupees 80, then this may lead to the this much sell, and this will lead to this much profit. So it means that this will be insights. Offer insights, it means that I may introduce some offers, and based on that, I can guess how much profit can be there. So it is not necessary that I should give some profit, etc. So here, my main objective is to grow my business. So within that growing the business, which offers or which facilities I provide, that becomes my analytical part. So use tools for data visualization, trend analysis, deep dives, etc. म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये data visualization, it means that just like packing or any graphs or anything. Trend analysis म्हणजे की बाबा कशा प्रकारचे लोक कलर यूज करू शकतात, इको फ्रेंडली का ते colors. I don't know the exact details, but in the colors also I can have many number of the types, just like dry, holy, etc. So it means that, so trend analysis, it means that right now people are preferring to a dry holy because this may not lead to some diseases, etc. If it is a colorful holy with wet colors, then it might lead to some diseases or some cough fever, etc. That's why people will prefer to the natural colors or may go for dry colors, etc. So trend analysis, it means that what can be the what you can say preference or choices of the people. So within that every that deep dives, it means that ते थोडंसं खोलात जावं लागतं की बाबा मला नक्की काय लागेल ते. And then using data and insights for making the decision. So on that basis, decision will be made that this will be the final date. On this, data will be available on my site. This will be the price. Those will be the categories or varieties of the data will be available. And hence, so here analysis is made at the start and then we might go for the business. So this is how these are the steps used for the analysis or analytics. Clear with this? If not clear, then we will go for one more example. But please take a minute, read this slide and let me know still you are unable to understand. What is difference between analysis and what is mean by reporting? Okay, no problem with this. So then let us come to some differentiation between this. So reporting, it means that is done to show what's happening. It means existing facts and figures. Involve organizing and presenting data in a way that is easy to consume. म्हणजे रिपोर्टिंग मध्ये काय जास्त नाही की म्हणजे मी म्हणजे रिपोर्ट केला की बाबा एवढे जण अबो और कन्सिडर रिझल्ट अनालिसिस मध्ये मी चेक केला की बाबा किती लोक प्रेझेंट आहेत, हाऊ मेनी स्टुडंट्स आर ॲबसेंट, how many are scoring before above 60, how many are scoring above 80, or how many are scoring in between 80 and 100. So that becomes a reporting. The primary purpose of report is to track a business data at specific intervals. रिपोर्टिंग म्हणजे असं असू शकतं की बाबा माझा जानेवारी मध्ये किती सेल झाला, फेब मध्ये किती सेल झाला. सो रिपोर्टिंग म्हणजे काय की एक फिगर एक्झॅक्टली त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला काही म्हणजे एक्झिस्टिंग जो सेल आहे त्या फिगर्स अँड फॅक्ट्स म्हणजे की बाबा एवढे रेंज ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स माझे विकले गेले, these all are some costing this much in month of Feb, these many products are sold and this is the amount that we gather. So it means that this becomes a reporting. But when it comes to the analysis, explains why something is happening. म्हणजे समजा मी जर एखादा कन्क्लुजन काढलं की बाबा जानेवारी मध्ये माझे हे प्रोडक्ट का बरं विकले गेले, then it involves questioning, analyzing and exploring and interpreting. याच्यामध्ये कसं आहे की समजा during the January month, so I come to know that the flags are getting sold or colors, it means clothes with range orange, white and green, these are getting sold. It means that people are preferring that. So it means that here I should be able to why this was happening, because there was a 26th January was there, and that's why for the school functions or some celebration other purpose people are buying the colors or people are buying clothes with the Tiranga flag. Okay, so it involves questioning, analyzing and exploring and interpreting. Interpreting म्हणजे काय की हे अशामुळं असं झालं. सो अनालायझिंग म्हणजे की बाबा जानेवारी मध्ये हा एवढा सेल झाला, फेब मध्ये माझा कमी झाला. सो इन द फेब I come to know that only orange color clothes are getting sold. So what can be this? So because there was a Shiv Jayanti, so it means that is not a fixed rule की बाबा म्हणजे माझं जानेवारी मध्ये एवढे प्रोडक्ट विकले गेले म्हणून माझ्या फेब मध्ये पण तेवढेच विकले जातील. नो, हियर I should be able to answer that why this was happening, because there was some trend or there was some festival or there was some other celebration because of which these many products are getting sold. So analyzing म्हणजे कशामुळे झालं, एक्सप्लोरिंग अँड इंटरप्रिटिंग, म्हणजे ते पूर्ण इंटरप्रेट करता आलं पाहिजे की बाबा या पिरियड पासून या पिरियड मध्ये जास्त झालं. आफ्टर दॅट द cell is getting reduced, etc. The primary purpose of analytics is to gather insights for data-enabled decision making. हो, मग हे डेटा डिसिजन कशासाठी घेतलं जातं, म्हणजे अनालिसिस कशासाठी रिक्वायर्ड आहे, की समजा माझे जर जानेवारीमध्ये जर तिरंगा फ्लॅगच्या कलरमध्ये जर जास्त प्रोडक्ट जर विकले जात असतील, तर मग मी 26 जानेवारीच्या फर्स्ट वीक मध्ये काहीतरी ऑफर ठेवीन किंवा प्रोडक्ट्सची रेंज त्या कलरमध्ये किंवा त्याच्या रिलेटेड प्रोडक्ट्स मध्ये जास्त ठेवीन, सो दॅट आय कॅन हॅव मच मोर सेलिंग ऑफ माय प्रोडक्ट्स. अगेन इन टर्म्स ऑफ within that particular week, I may go for more other related products. Okay, so then because of which it may help me to increase my sale. Okay, so data enabled म्हणजे या डेटाचा उपयोग माझ्या पुढच्या इन्साइट साठी कसा होऊ शकतो. मग डिसिजन घेतलं जातं की बाबा जानेवारी मंथ मध्ये अशा प्रोडक्ट जर जास्त विकले जात असतील तर मग पुढच्या जानेवारीमध्ये और in month of August there is another 15th August Independence Day. During that period, what new we can provide, or what may be the chances that these many products might get again sales. So which products range we need to keep, what should be the pricing, etc. So here decision making त्या लेवलला घेतलं जातं. सो रिपोर्टिंग फक्त सांगतं की माझे एक्झिस्टिंग फॅक्ट काय आहेत, की बाबा किती प्रोडक्ट सेल झाले, कुठल्या रेंजचे प्रोडक्ट सेल झाले किंवा प्राइस काय आहे. सो अनालिसिस गिव्स why these products are getting sold. Okay, so clear with this analysis and reporting. Okay, please read this difference so that it will be much more clear to you. And don't leave the class, let me take the attendance. If you are having the doubt, you can ask. I'm still on, let me take the attendance, please don't leave.